Have you ever wondered what it takes to truly master your mind and body? For some, the answer lies not in what they do, but in what they eat, or more surprisingly, what they do not eat. Imagine a life where your daily intake of food is just 300 calories. This was reality for some ancient monks during intense spiritual practice. These individuals didn't just survive, they thrived in contemplation, labor, and spiritual insight. Their secret wasn't a miracle, but a deliberate way of living. Extreme caloric restriction was a tool, not a daily norm. Food was seen as fuel for both body and spirit. The monastic diet was a testament to minimalism and simplicity. By consuming only what was essential, they believed they could quiet the body's demands and let the mind soar. Their approach challenges our modern view of nutrition, where more is often seen as better. The foundation of their diet was almost entirely plant-based: grains, legumes, vegetables, and fruits. This wasn't deprivation for its own sake, but a balanced system for clean, efficient energy. They understood that the quality of food directly impacts clarity of thought and well-being. Exploring the ancient monk's diet is more than a historical curiosity. It's a journey into a different philosophy of life. We'll look at the foods they ate, the reasons behind their choices, and the practices like fasting that shaped their lives. In their wisdom, we might find a mirror reflecting our own search for health, balance, and deeper connection. At the heart of the monastic kitchen was a deep respect for the earth and its gifts. The monk's diet celebrated simplicity, built on hearty staples. Barley was often the cornerstone, nutritious, sustaining, and versatile. It could be porridge, bread, or soup, making it perfect for self-sufficiency. Legumes like lentils, chickpeas, and beans provided essential protein and a grounding effect. A simple stew of lentils and root vegetables was common, offering warmth and satisfaction. Grains and legumes together created a complete protein, something the monks understood intuitively. Their gardens supplied leafy greens, root vegetables, and fruits, fresh, seasonal, and full of vitality. Meals were prepared simply, preserving the food's natural state. Vegetables might be lightly steamed, fruits eaten raw. There were no elaborate recipes, just honest, pure food. This simplicity reflected their belief that the best nourishment comes from food closest to its original form. Their plate was a direct reflection of their philosophy, pure, simple, and honest. For ancient monks, eating was a spiritual practice, not just a biological need. Every meal was an opportunity for mindfulness and clarity. They asked, will this food support a clear and tranquil mind? Heavy or stimulating foods were avoided to prevent agitation and mental cloudiness. Meals were often eaten in silence, turning eating into meditation. Focusing on textures and flavors, they cultivated gratitude and awareness. Mindful eating prevented overconsumption and deepened appreciation for simple foods. A light, plant-based diet freed energy for spiritual pursuits, not just digestion. Their diet was a practical tool for alertness and vitality during long periods of prayer and study. By choosing foods that promoted calmness, they shaped their inner environment for spiritual growth. Food became medicine for the soul, nourishing body, mind, and spirit. This perspective teaches us that what we eat can influence the very quality of our consciousness. Today, we're surrounded by processed foods, but ancient monks lived by a different standard: purity and simplicity. Their food was as close to its natural state as possible: barley harvested and cooked, vegetables pulled from the garden and gently prepared. This wasn't due to lack of technology, but a deliberate principle. Eating whole foods meant retaining natural nutrients, fibers, and enzymes. Modern science now confirms what monks knew. Whole foods support better digestion, stable energy, and strong immunity. By avoiding processed items, they sidestepped refined sugars, unhealthy fats, and chemical additives. This purity of intake was believed to lead to purity of being, a clean body for a clean mind. The monks were early advocates of what we now call clean eating. Their radiant health and longevity were testaments to this way of eating. Growing and preparing their own food fostered a deep connection to the earth. They were participants in a natural cycle, not just consumers. This direct involvement created reverence and gratitude for every meal. Their relationship with food nourished their spirit as much as their bodies. Fasting was a cornerstone of monastic life, a tool for spiritual focus, not punishment or weight loss. By abstaining from food, monks created a sacred pause, quieting the body's demands. Fasting sharpened mental focus and opened doors to deeper consciousness. With digestion at rest, energy was redirected to the mind. meditation easier. The goal was heightened awareness and spiritual clarity. Fasting also built self-discipline and mastery over desires. By overriding the urge to eat, monks strengthened their willpower and commitment. This practice extended to all areas of life, fostering inner authority and self-realization. Today, intermittent fasting echoes these ancient traditions, offering similar benefits. The monks showed that periodic fasting can reset body and mind, increasing vitality and clarity. Voluntarily stepping away from food can be a nourishing act. Sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is give our bodies a rest to heal and rejuvenate. In monastic life, simple rituals brought comfort, none more so than herbal teas. These gentle infusions, made from garden herbs, were sources of hydration, medicine, and mindfulness. A cup of tea was a moment of peace in a contemplative day. Monks were skilled herbalists, knowing which plants calmed, aided digestion, or soothed ailments. Chamomile, mint, lemon balm, and lavender were common, each with unique benefits. Herbal teas were used daily to maintain balance and prevent illness, a proactive, holistic approach to health. Drinking tea was a ritual of presence, grounding monks in the moment. The warmth, aroma, and flavor encouraged reflection and contentment. During fasting, herbal teas provided comfort and gentle nourishment. Even in restriction, there was room for gentleness and care. The simple cup of tea symbolized the monk's philosophy, strength and serenity through nature's pure gifts. In a diet without refined sugars, monks found sweetness in honey, the purest form nature offered. Beekeeping was sacred work, and honey was a precious, sparingly used gift. It sweetened teas and porridge, but was also valued for its medicinal properties. Honey was used to treat coughs, wounds, and infections, wisdom now confirmed by science. Unlike refined sugar, honey provided stable energy, supporting focus and calm. This natural sweetener helped monks avoid the agitation of processed sugars. Tending hives deepened their connection to nature and the ecosystem. Beekeeping required patience and respect, reinforcing harmony with the world. The sweetness of honey was a reward for living in tune with nature. It was sustenance, medicine, and a symbol of balance. Honey embodied the monk's belief in receiving from nature with gratitude and care. As we seek health and calm in the modern world, we find ourselves echoing the ancient monks' practices. Their principles, simplicity, mindfulness, and connection to nature resonate today. The clean eating movement mirrors the monastic diet, whole, unprocessed, plant-based food. People are rediscovering the vitality of fresh, real food and the joy of growing their own. Mindful eating, once a monastic practice, is now a modern antidote to distracted living. Eating in silence and awareness is helping people heal their relationship with food. Intermittent fasting, too, reflects ancient wisdom, offering clarity and renewal. After years of processed foods, we're circling back to simplicity. The monks weren't following trends, they lived timeless truths. Their wisdom quietly guides us toward balance and well-being. The ancient monk's diet reveals a simple truth. How we eat reflects how we live. Their choices weren't about restriction, but about clarity, vitality, and spiritual connection. By simplifying our plates, we can simplify our lives and focus on what matters. We don't need to live in a monastery to learn from them. Incorporating more whole, plant-based foods and eating with awareness are accessible to all. Small, intentional choices can transform our health and peace of mind. Food is not just fuel, it's information for body and mind. A diet of simple, natural foods cultivates calm and clarity. The monk's legacy is a gentle invitation. Listen to your body, respect the earth, and find the sacred in nourishment. Their timeless wisdom offers a clear path to a more balanced, mindful life.